All right, let's see if we're live. Let's see. I hope my technology is working today because it was not working the other day, but I think we're live. Oh my goodness, I think it's working. Okay, that is so exciting because it was like up in the air. All right. Okay, so let me go live on Instagram. I'm doing a lot right now, y'all. So I'm trying to go live on my personal Facebook and also on my business page and also on YouTube and also on Instagram. So we're going to see if it all crashes or if this works. Okay. So let me go ahead and make sure we're live on YouTube. It's working. Thank you, Lord.
Go
I'm so
ahead
excited
and
because y'all, it was not working last time I tried this, and it was so disappointing, but I think we're good. Okay, so let me see. Let me go live on IG. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, let me go live on IG. Also, I'm gonna be looking up and down tonight. Hi, Instagram. I'm so excited. We are live. Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. It's the very exciting time because I am here. I just wanted to pop on and do a very impromptu live, just answering scholarship questions tonight. I'm going to primarily be looking right here. So for those on Instagram, welcome. I'm also streaming on my computer, so I'm gonna be looking back and forth. But I see y'all popping on. So let me go ahead and just send out this message, and then I'm going to share this to a few groups, and then we're going to dive into it. I don't have like a time that I'm going to be off tonight. I was like, let me just hop on. It's we're in the height of the school year. A lot of applications for scholarships and college are opening and they're closing. And I said, it's just a good time just to get some help, right? So let me just send this out. We're about to dive into it right now. We're just getting settled. We're getting adjusted while I'm getting my life together. Go ahead and just grab a snack, grab something to drink, just sit back, relax. We're about to have a great time just going over scholarship stuff and answering scholarship questions. I really want to be a help to you all. My goal is to make sure that you all are getting all that you need when it comes to finding, applying for, and winning scholarships. So I want to make sure that I am here for you. Okay. I was able to graduate debt free. That's all behind me. And so now I'm here to help others, and our team is here to help others, and others means you. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and go to my Facebook. Yes, I'm so excited, y'all, because it did not work last time. I was trying to do too much and my computer said, girl, what you doing? You are not about to go live on all these platforms. And now it's working. I'm so excited. All right, cool. So I am on Facebook on this page. I'm on my other Facebook on this page. I'm on Instagram up here. And then let me pull up YouTube and then I will start diving into it. Cool. Okay, so let me copy this. Boom. This is going to be great. In Jesus' name. All right, cool. Because I want to make sure I'm seeing comments from everywhere. So like I said, I'm going to be looking up and down and all around and back and forth. So bear with me because maybe I'm doing too much, but hey, sometimes you just got to do what it do. All right, cool. So let me make sure that went out. And then let me just go ahead and share this to a few groups. I'm going to encourage you as well too. Please share this video with other people who are in college, who are college bound, who are thinking about going back to school, because I'm telling y'all, like I'm feeling in a good mood. When I'm in a good mood, I be talking a lot. And when I'm talking a lot, then, you're just going to get a lot of little gems from me. So I'm feeling great. I got my water over here. I just ate my dinner. Like, I'm feeling good. Okay. I feel like helping somebody on tonight. So just do me a quick favor. All I ask from you tonight is that you share this video. So let somebody else know that if they need scholarships, if they need help with college, then just invite them to come on the live tonight. So just send the link, share it to your Facebook page, share it to your group, text it to somebody, tag somebody. That's literally all I ask in return. I don't want you to do anything else, but just listen, bring your questions, and share this, okay? So I'm about to go ahead and share this now as well. I have some groups that I'm in. So I'm just going to go ahead and share this to a few of my groups, and then we'll be good to go. Like I said, we're just settling in. We just settling in. Don't worry. I got y'all. We about to dive right on into it. But I'm just making sure that so many people get this information because it's not super common information. I remember going through the scholarship process, and there just weren't that many resources when it came to how to find scholarships. Everybody tells you, yes, scholarships are out there. Yeah, go and apply. And they may give you a few little websites here and there. But there's really when I was in school, and even now doing this full time, yes, there are some others who do what we do here at She Edits, but it's like few and far between. I'm telling you, like, it's not many people at all. All right, cool. So let me just triple, quadruple check, because y'all was struggling last time. All right, so we're on my personal page, we're on my business page, we're on our YouTube, and I'm on Instagram. Up here, Instagram, I'm looking down, but I haven't forgotten about y'all. I see y'all up there too. All right, cool. So let's dive into it. Yay. Thank you, Lord. I'm so excited. Okay, let me get comfortable. Let me stretch. Get one more sip of water. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Brianna Members, and I am the founder of She Edits. As you can see all around me and behind me, I'm the founder of She Edits. So to give you a little bit of background on myself, I was able to graduate completely debt-free from IUPUI, which stands for Indiana University, Purdue University of Indianapolis, back in 2017. I graduated with my degree in education and over $50,000 in grants and scholarships. So I was able to graduate completely debt-free from school. I not only graduated with scholarships, but I also got refund checks. Like I said, I'm looking up and down, so don't mind me, but I also got refund checks. So I was able to get paid to go to school. So I got excess scholarship money. I got more than what I needed, because as the offer started flowing in, I was like, why would I stop applying for scholarships? So I kept on applying for scholarships. And then my junior and senior year, I was able to just start pocketing money. So I was getting paid to go to school. I'm a first generation student, and my parents were extremely supportive of my college goals and dreams, but we just didn't know how to get there. I didn't have any college savings account. I didn't have any athletic skills. If anybody knows me, y'all know I did not have any athletic skills that were going to get me any money into college. And so we just had to figure it out. And so I got my degree in education, debt-free. I taught in the classroom, loved it. I loved being a teacher. But I decided to transition and to pivot and just do my own thing, still helping people and still working in the education space. So that's when She Edits was born. So I started She Edits originally just to help people edit their scholarship essays. So I was going to just help them with that process, because I know a lot of people struggle with essay writing, and it's just a thing that a lot of people aren't super comfortable with. But it turned into a full service scholarship firm. So I realized people needed help with more than just essay writing. They needed help finding the scholarships and applying for them and filling out the FAFSA and creating appeal letters and the whole 9 yards. So now we help with the whole scholarship process, the whole financial aid process from A to Z. Anything that you need when it comes to winning, finding, and applying for scholarships, we are your people. So it's not just me. I have an incredible team. Okay. Shout out to my team. Let me name them off, because I'm not going to sit here and take all the credit. My team is absolutely incredible. Okay. So we have Jessica, Adriana, Katie, Ashante, Janice, Sherry. Those are my people. Okay. And we all work together, pouring our knowledge to help others graduate debt free. So a lot of them have gotten thousands and thousands of dollars in scholarships, or their children have been able to graduate debt-free or are going through school debt-free. So we all work together. We've helped students all across the country win about $2 million in scholarships, grants, and award money. Glory be to God. So again, I love what we do. It's been just such an incredible journey, and I'm super blessed to be able to do this. So now that those intros are out of the way, because I know I have like a lot of new people who have followed the page. I know we have a lot of OGs, who've been following us forever, but I got to do the spiel. All right. But tonight is not about me. It's not about my journey. It's not about my story, right? tonight I'm here to help you, seriously. So I said I haven't been live in forever. Like with the start of the school year, it's just like so busy. But I said, let me take time to just, sit down and answer some questions. So this is how we're going to do this because I got a lot of platforms I'm streaming on. So I'm going to be going back and forth, just answering questions. Like I said, I don't have a time, I'll cut it off eventually, but we just go roll with it till I get tired. All right. So I'm going to start. I'll be looking at my Facebook comments. I'll be hopping back over to my YouTube comments, and then I'm going to look up and I'm going to scroll through the Instagram comments as well. So if you see me looking up, that's because I'm looking at Instagram. Now, for those of you on Instagram, let me holler at y'all for a second. So if you're on Instagram, the best way to probably ask questions is to hop over to our YouTube channel and ask your questions there, because one, my phone is horizontal, so I'm gonna have to turn to read all the Instagram questions. And then two, Instagram is not showing me every question I see some, but I don't think I see all of the questions because you guys have been asking already. So for those on Instagram, if you go to She Edits, or not, if you go to YouTube and just type in She Edits LLC, just spelled just like it is behind me, right there. All right. Just go to YouTube, type in She Edits LLC, and then just go watch live from the YouTube. It may be a little bit easier for me to see all of your questions. All right. But let's go ahead and dive into it. All right. Without further ado, which was like, how long have I been rambling on? About 10 minutes. Without further ado, let's start knocking out some of these questions. And again, please feel free to share. Send the link, tag somebody, share this to a group, share this with your friends. This is free scholarship information. Like, I'm here to help you graduate debt free. I was able to do it. I was blessed to do it. Glory be to God. Now I'm here for you. So let somebody else know. Don't be stingy. It's enough scholarships for everybody. Okay. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and start with these questions. Thank you, Alexis, tagging the folks. Okay. So Ryan on YouTube. Hi, Ryan. Ryan said, when should you start applying for schools after you get a good ACT score? Great question, Ryan. So I would start applying for schools as soon as possible during senior year. So most of the times you're going to have to wait until like senior year to actually start applying for schools. You're not going to be able to apply for college, as a high school freshman or sophomore, but as soon as possible in senior year. So if you are a senior right now, or if your child is a senior, now is definitely the time to be applying to schools. Now, November 1st for everybody on here is a very critical deadline. November 1st is when a lot of priority applications close for colleges, and a lot of presidential scholarships and full ride scholarships are tied to those priority applications. So if you or your child has a list of schools that they really want to go to, that they have their heart set on, I would absolutely say right now, like as in this week and next week before November 1st, make sure to get those college applications in. If you need to sacrifice the other things, if you need to put time off of other things to get those college applications in by November 1st, do it. It's so worth it, because again, a lot of the priority applications will close come November 1st. And a lot of those full ride scholarships, once more, are tied to those priority applications. Of course, you can still apply for colleges in December, January, February, March, but then the top money that they have has already been distributed to the students who were proactive. And then you're not getting as many opportunities from the school for their scholarships. Okay. So that is super important to Instagram, to Facebook, YouTube, everybody on here. Make sure you're applying like within the next 2 weeks. Like seriously, it's very time sensitive. Good question. All right, cool. Let's go over here. Merica. Hey, Merica. Merica said, any suggestions for finding study abroad scholarships? Oh, I love this question. So for study abroad scholarships, I recommend first starting with your school. So if you are going to study abroad, usually it's because you are already an undergrad student or already a student at college. You're not typically a high school student yet, or you're typically not a high school student. So I would definitely recommend starting with the school that you're attending and checking with their Office of International Scholarships or checking with their study abroad department to see what scholarships they offer. And then I would also start looking into study abroad programs, because there are external programs and things where you may be able to study abroad that are from without the school. And so I would just do a Google search and type in, study abroad plus scholarships, or I would use the terms and I will put them in quotation marks: study abroad, then add a plus sign, plus scholarships, plus, and then I will put whatever country you're trying to study abroad in, or study abroad plus scholarships plus the it was the school. It was one more thing I was going to say. It was the study abroad scholarships, and man, it just left me. I should have wrote it down. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me think about what I was going to say. Study abroad scholarships. Oh, and program, right? Put the word program in there, because if, again, there may be study abroad programs that you can join that will also offer scholarships. All right. So I would definitely suggest doing those things for sure. But yeah, start with the school. I know the school I went to, IU Indianapolis or IUPUI, they definitely had study abroad scholarships, but you had to start like just checking within the school first and then broadening out those searches. Good question. Takesha, hey Takesha. Takesha said, is this for seniors or juniors need to apply by November 1st as well? Yeah, Takesha. So when I was talking about that November 1st application deadline, that is definitely for seniors who are applying for colleges. So it does have to do with scholarships somewhat, but for seniors applying to colleges, in order to get that priority scholarship money from within the school, they should be applying by November 1st. Sometimes it's December, like December 1st, December 15th, but I just say November 1st because it is that date for a lot of schools, and it'll just save you from rushing to the last minute, in December. So yeah, definitely check. All right, cool. Let's see what else. Sketchy Peeper on YouTube. And then I'm coming to Instagram. Again, if you're on Instagram, I recommend moving over to YouTube. Just go on YouTube, type in She Edits, and type in your questions there, because it's a little bit more difficult for me to read all these comments on Instagram, especially because my phone is flipped. So I haven't forgotten about y'all though. I got you. All right, cool. So Sketchy Peeper says, how did you manage to pay off any loans you had? Great question. So I didn't acquire any student loans when I was in school. So I was blessed to do it with scholarships. I really, really worked during my senior year, but especially as an undergrad student, that's when I really started to learn the process. And that's when I got most of my scholarships. So I had most of my college paid for as a high school senior, but as an undergrad student, that's when the process clicked and I was able to start accumulating scholarships back to back to back. And so I didn't acquire any loans. One thing that I really attribute that to, of course, with God's help, was my 3-step scholarship strategy. So I break down the whole scholarship process into 3 really straightforward steps. And if you follow those 3 steps, then you'll be able to win scholarships and graduate debt free. So I do have a whole workshop coming up. Okay. I'm just going to put a shameless plug out there. So 2 weeks from tonight, on October 26th, I do have a workshop coming up where I will be breaking down each of those 3 steps extensively, and highly recommend that you join. All right. So everybody on here, just go to sheeditsllc.com and register for the workshop, or you can go to learn.sheeditsllc.com. It'll take you basically to the same place and you can register there, but I will definitely be breaking all that down during the scholarship workshop. Now, if you do have student loans, because I have a lot of people who already have student loans, even though we at She Edits don't assist with current student loans, let me tell y'all, somebody who does. Okay, everybody write this down, write her name down, write her organization down. So she goes by the Student Loan Doctor. Her name is Sonia Lewis, but her company is called the Student Loan Doctor, and how I work with students who need scholarships, that's how she works with people who already have loans. And she's been able to help people clear like just a ridiculous amount of loans. So I've had the pleasure of meeting her in person. This isn't just somebody who I just like found on the internet and send people to know. Like, I actually got to hear her speak. I got to meet her in person, and she is the bomb.com. Okay. So let her know Brianna from She Had to Send You. But yes, the Student Loan Doctor on Instagram. She has a ton of followers. Let me give you her Instagram handle, everybody. Let me see the student, and I'll give you her website as well. But again, if you have student loans, she's the one to go to. So yeah, just look up literally on Instagram, the Student Loan Doctor. And then her website is Doctor, DOCTOR spelled out. So doctorpleasehelpme.com. Doctorpleasehelpme.com. All right. Yeah, and she'll get you right with the student loans that you already have. Good question. All right, let's see. Come on, comments. I love it. Make sure again, tag somebody, share with somebody, send a link to somebody, let somebody know they're missing out. All right. If they're not applying for scholarships right now and they're not watching this live to learn how to do so, they're missing out. Tell them stop watching that football game. Come on, that can wait. Let's apply for these scholarships. All right. All right, cool. Let's see what other questions we have. All right, let me hop over to Instagram because I feel like I'm neglecting y'all. All right, so let me hop over to Instagram. All right, let me turn my head and let me see what questions y'all have on here. Keep asking your questions. Okay, so somebody said, since FAFSA hasn't opened yet, do you think that 11/11 date will be extended? Good question. So that is a hot topic right now. So for those of you who may not know, the FAFSA does have a different open date this year. So usually the FAFSA opens up on November 1st, or October 1st. But this year they've made all type of changes to the FAFSA. And so the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, which is the application that you'll need in order to qualify for state grants and federal grants. And also it's required on like scholarship applications and college applications. It's a very, very important document that opens up this year in December. Okay. Now, a lot of colleges are aware of that. A lot of colleges know that. It's been something that they've been announcing for a long time, that the FAFSA date has changed. So what I would do to the colleges that you are specifically applying for, just reach out to them and ask them what they would like in place of the FAFSA. Since again, it's not your fault that the FAFSA hasn't opened before the November 1st date. Again, they should be highly aware of it. Schools, scholarship organizations, like it's just common knowledge amongst the education realm. And so reach out to the schools directly before you submit the application. And when they do ask for that FAFSA information, you can just let them know or ask them what they recommend that you send instead. One thing my coach Jessica also recommended is to send your tax forms in, because the FAFSA really is a snapshot of what's on your taxes. They take your tax information and they kind of do some math, and then they use that to determine how much they say you can pay for your child's school. And so in the place of a FAFSA, they may just take your federal tax returns, not from the previous year, but they go 2 years back with the FAFSA. So ask your school if they would accept that as well. But that's one tip that she gave, and I thought it was a good tip, since the FAFSA, again, is really just a summary of your taxes. So yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but I thought that was a good tip from her. Awesome. Love these questions. All right, let's go back to IG. Let's see what y'all got to say. Okay. I'm going to grad school. Can't find scholarships that will cover my full degree. Please help. I can't register for the spring semester. Good question, Tamika. Okay, so Tamika, a couple recommendations that I have for grad school. So Tamika, I would first go to profellow.com if you haven't committed to a college yet. So profellow.com, PROFELLOW.com. Profellow.com is a great place for grad school students to start, because if you haven't committed to a school yet, like, or if you're open or flexible to going to a different school, they have tons of grad school funding on that website, and you can see what they offer. Now, a lot of times that grad school funding is school specific on Profellow.com, so just keep that in mind. Now, if you have already committed to a college, or you're already enrolled in a college as a grad school student, then I would go and research fellowships and assistantships within your college. Okay, so assistantships are typically like a job that you have to do on campus or at your college, and they will compensate you through paying your tuition or paying your fees at the school. So a lot of you who are in school, you may have had graduate assistants who are in your classes helping out the professors. That's not a volunteer position, that's a paid position. And assistantships, like, they come really loaded a lot of times. So we had a student and she won an assistantship, and then she also got so with that assistantship, she got, I think it was 10 credit hours a semester paid for, plus she got a stipend, a $1,000 a month stipend, plus she got health insurance, all included within that assistantship. And then they also offer fellowships for grad school students. So start with your department at your grad school and see what fellowships they offer as well. Fellowships are usually attached to some kind of research. So in exchange for you doing research on a certain topic within your field at the school, then they will oftentimes help to pay for your school. So ask about fellowships and assistantships within your current college. All right. And then you can also start to look for scholarships as well. There are a lot of scholarships out there for grad school students. A lot of people think that scholarships are just for high school freshmen, which is not the case at all. There are scholarships for everybody, y'all. Like, when I say everybody, I'm not exaggerating. Scholarships for everybody. And so again, during the workshop in the next 2 weeks, I'll really break down how to start using the things that make you unique to find scholarships using Google. And then I have a ton of other websites that I love to use and that I share on that workshop. So that's just go on SheEditsLLC.com or learn.SheEditsLLC.com, and then you'll be able to get that workshop. But I'll go extensively, like, in my method on how to start finding scholarships using the things that make you unique. Because again, if you're on here for yourself or your child, there are scholarships for you. Okay. I'm telling you, there's scholarships for everybody. All right, cool. Oh, so many comments. Oh my goodness. I love it. Because I'm a talker, y'all, and I'm a teacher too. So again, like, a lot of people have to pay to hear this information that I'm giving tonight. But again, I'm in a good mood. Like, it's just a good day. So I said, let me just go on here and just help the folks out. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and see what other comments I have on YouTube. All right, I'm jumping back and forth, y'all. So somebody said, I like this one. Stony on YouTube. Hey, Stony. How do you differentiate between legit online scholarships and scams? Oh, that's a great question. Okay. So scholarship scams. So many times people associate the word scholarship with scam, and that's not the case. So to answer your question, if a scholarship application is asking for your social security number or your bank account information, do not apply for that scholarship. There is no reason that a scholarship application needs your social security number or your bank account information. They don't need your social security number because it has nothing to do with the scholarship. Okay. They can send you a check, a scholarship check, or send the scholarship to your school to distribute without ever needing your social security number. So just ignore that. Just exit out and go on to the next application. All right. The only time, now this is important for everybody, the only time that you will see your social security number come up in the financial aid process is when you are filling out that FAFSA. That's it. Now, the FAFSA is a government it's a government document. It's on a government website, fafsa.gov. Okay. It's verified, fafsa.gov. They will ask for your social security information. but they gave it to you, so it's not no secret from them, okay? So put your social security number on the FAFSA, but not on any scholarship applications or your bank account information. Now, a lot of times people think the scholarship process is a scam because they have signed up for a lot of these database websites like FastWeb, and they are getting 50 billion marketing emails in their inbox every single day. Or this is what happens, y'all. Ooh, I'm about to preach to y'all. Let me get my sip of water because I'm about to drop a bombshell on y'all right quick. Or people think the scholarship process is a scam because they're applying for sweepstakes scholarships, which are the scholarships that just require your first name, last name, email address, and phone number. All right. And you click a couple of check boxes in order to win that scholarship or in order to apply for that scholarship. And the little tiny print underneath those check boxes says you're agreeing to receiving marketing emails. So then you wake up the next day after applying for that 5-minute easy sweepstakes scholarship, and you wake up to 25 different emails from all these different scholarship companies. And the people are like, oh, it's a scam. They just trying to get my information and I'm not applying for scholarships anymore. Okay. It's not a scam, y'all. It's not a scam. You agreed to get a marketing emails. Okay. So to avoid getting 50 million marketing emails, don't apply for those sweepstakes scholarships. Okay. And you also shouldn't apply for those because 99.999% of the time, you're not going to win those, okay? So those are the ones, again, that say no essay required. Just put your first name and your last name and your email address, and then you can be entered to win. A lot of times these scholarships are offered monthly, and you can just keep on entering. And it's like, man, like I submitted my scholarship applications for the day. I'm done. And then you never win any scholarships. And you're like, oh, it's a scam. No, it's not a scam, y'all. It's not a scam, okay? You just have to be applying for the right types of scholarships. Now, some websites are notorious for putting more of these sweepstakes scholarships out there. I just mentioned one, FastWeb, not a big fan of FastWeb. CapX, not a big fan of CapX. Scholarship Owl, not my favorite, okay? But there are a lot that I do love, and I go over them in the workshop. So I do have a whole list of scholarships that you can, or scholarship resources that you can opt in for when you register for the workshop. So I have books on there, and I have our teams and myself trusted, highly recommended websites for finding scholarships. Okay. So when you opt in for the workshop, when you register rather, you'll have a chance to opt in for that full list. And then even if you don't opt in for the full list during the workshop, I do give a shorter list of scholarships that comes that you'll get during the workshop when you get your worksheet for the workshop. Okay. I'll just give you a couple because I'm feeling good tonight. So a couple that I like are bold.org. bold.org. That's a really good, legitimate website that doesn't have like too many of those sweepstakes scholarships. And then another one of my favorites is opportunities.uncf.org if you're like an underrepresented student, or if you're going to an HBCU or you plan to go to an HBCU. Opportunities.uncf.org are great ones to start with. Now I'm gonna stop talking about my favorite websites because I'm gonna keep answering more questions, but those are two good ones. But again, if you do register for the workshop, which is again on October 26th, then I will be giving you can opt in for like my full PDF list of verified websites that are not going to get you a bunch of scammy type messages. And these are my team's favorite too. So we kind of put our heads together and found those or compiled those. Cool. All right, let's hop over to Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook in a minute. Let me see what y'all asking on Facebook. Oh, good question. Terica. Hi, Terica. Terica on Facebook asked, do you have to have the accepted college letter to apply for scholarships? Good question. So she's wondering, do you actually have to be accepted into a college to apply for scholarships? Love that question. That's a really, really good question. So Terica, the answer is no. If you are applying for external scholarships. So internal scholarships are scholarships that come from within the school. So they are only offered to students within that school. So for instance, and internal scholarship at my school, IUPUI, would have been the Norman Brown Scholarship. That was internal because it was only offered to students inside of IUPUI. And then external scholarships are scholarships that come from without the school. And then if you win it, then they'll send the money to your school. So a scholarship that I won that was an external scholarship. One of them was called what's one of the ones that I won? It was from like the Black Educator, the Indiana Black Education Association or something like that. And I won a scholarship through them, and then they sent the money to the school. Now I said all that to say that oftentimes with those external scholarships, you only have to be accepted into a school but not enrolled in the school in order to qualify for that scholarship. All right. So you do not have to be enrolled, like you don't have to have committed to a school yet in order to win those external scholarships. But oftentimes you do have to be accepted at least to a school, or sometimes you don't even have to be accepted. Sometimes they'll give you the scholarship anyway, but they'll just hold on to the money until you've accepted and enrolled in the school, and then they'll distribute that scholarship. So for instance, we give away at least one scholarship every year. So the winner of our scholarship last year was a junior when she won the award. And so she hadn't applied. I don't even know, as a junior, she hadn't even applied to any colleges. She hadn't been accepted or enrolled in her final school yet, but she won our scholarship. So what I did was just held on to the money for her. And then as she became a senior and she started getting accepted, she just kept me updated. And then as she made her final decision and she enrolled in the school, then I finally released the funds to the school, and then she was able to get that scholarship from us. So a lot of times, no, you do not need the formal acceptance letter. They just want to know, are you a college-bound senior a lot of times? And then have you been accepted into any schools? Sometimes they will ask that. Good question. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Let's hop over to YouTube. What are y'all asking on YouTube? Let's see what y'all talking about. All right. Somebody said, oh, I like this one. Shantae. Hey, Shantae. Shantae on YouTube said, this is fun. I like kind of all this bouncing back and forth. Shantae said, how soon should my freshman students start applying for spring 2024 scholarships? All right, so high school freshman student. So are they, Shantae, if you're still on YouTube, let me know if they are a freshman student. Are they a high school freshman or are they a college freshman? I assume they're a college freshman, but I just want to make sure. I saw you commented back. Okay, cool. So let me know if they're a college or a high school freshman, because I want to answer your question accurately, Shantae. And then, okay, college student. Cool. All right. So current freshmen or current undergrad students, period, and current graduate students, period, should be applying for scholarships for the spring right now. The scholarships opened up for the spring semester already. So they want to be searching and actively applying for those spring scholarships. So let me kind of give y'all some background on how the scholarship process works for high school, or how the scholarship timeline works rather, for high school seniors versus current students. Okay, so I'm gonna sip of water because I'm about to break it down real quick. Trying to do better drink of water. It's not really working, but I'm trying. All right, cool. So I should take a sip of water every time I answer a question. I think that will help me get some water intake because I be struggling. All right, cool. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. All right. So this is how the timeline works for high school seniors. Okay. And then Shantae, I'll definitely get to your student, how that timeline will work too. So for high school seniors, they should be applying for scholarships all year round for the fall semester that they will be college freshmen. Okay. So if you are a current high school senior, or your child right now is a current high school senior, scholarship applications opened up like the summer before senior year, so a few months ago, and they will continue all the way throughout October, November, December, January, February, March, all the way until they become the actual college freshman. So if you are a senior or the parent of a senior, you need to be applying for scholarships entire senior year. If you're the parent of a sophomore or a junior and your child hasn't hit senior year yet, they should start applying for scholarships the summer before senior year, like, because those applications start to open up early for seniors. So definitely make sure you get ahead of the game, but you're not too far into senior year for you to not win scholarships. Like, you all are still really good on time, but you do have to be really on it because time is flying by, and a lot of scholarship applications, especially those large ones, are closing for seniors. Now, Shantae, back to your timeline. So your child is already a college student. So this is for any current undergrad or graduate students. You want to be applying for scholarships the semester before you need them. So if you need scholarships for the spring, then you or your current undergrad student should be applying for those scholarships in the fall. And then that will allow the scholarship panels to review the applications, pick a winner, and award the scholarship before the next semester starts. If it's springtime, like if it's, February, March, April, May, and you need scholarships for the next fall semester, then you need to be applying for scholarships in the spring for the fall. All right. So scholarship season always kind of works a semester behind when you actually need the money, unless you're a high school senior, that's when you should be applying for scholarships all year round. All right. So I try to take my time. Hopefully that made sense. All right. Sip of water. All right. That's my new hack. All right. Cool. Good question. All right. Let's go back to Instagram. All right. Let's see what y'all saying on IG. Let's go back up a little bit. Oh, I got a lot of people on Instagram. Y'all representing. Somebody said, okay, cool. Yeah, I just answered that question. Perfect. That was perfect. All right, cool. Let's go back up to Instagram. Let me just go down on Instagram. Let me see what y'all asking. All right, cool. Oh, good question. Okay. Is the FAFSA filled out by the student or the parent? And that's from Misty. Hi, Misty. All right, Misty, good question. Is the FAFSA filled out by the student or the parent? So, Misty, that's FAFSA is going to be filled out. It can be filled out by either one. What you and your student are both going to need is an FSA ID. Okay. So an FSA ID is just an identification number that they're going to give you when you apply for the FAFSA, or when your child applies for the FAFSA. So when I was a student, my mom and I like both kind of filled it out together. There was some information that I didn't have, like the tax information when I was a senior. And so like my mom had to fill that stuff out. Now they have it. The new FAFSA is cool because the students just have to fill out the student part. And then the parents, I heard, fill out the parent part, which would be what would have to do with the taxes, that the students wouldn't have access to. So at first it was all one, it was all one application, but now there's a parent portion and there's a student portion. That's what I believe I heard. And so we'll see when December comes around, but really it's going to be a team effort. And a side note, that kind of made me think of this. The whole scholarship process in general is really good as a team effort. Okay. I definitely recommend that you as a parent, or a grandparent, or, the responsible adult, try to really support and guide the students in the scholarship process, but not take it over for them. That's what I see a lot of times with students, and it just doesn't work when the parent will take on 100% of the responsibility and they just kind of let the student, do whatever they want to do. A lot of times that just doesn't work. The students have to be actively involved in the process in order for them to have the most success. And I'm not just saying this, I'm a parent myself, but this is also what my team has said, what my team has experienced. So Adriana, one of my coaches, just amazing, y'all. I love Adriana. Go in Adriana's Facebook group. It's called Ask Knowledge, ASK Knowledge. Okay. Go join that group right now. Adriana's group is amazing. She posts so much just good content. So shout out to Adriana. All right. I saw her content. We did an interview and I was like, you want to come work for She Edits? Because you're amazing. But that's the one thing that Adriana and I talk about in our interview is just the importance of it being a collaborative effort. Because this is the student's education, it's the student's ultimate responsibility. They're going to be the one actually at the school taking the classes, going through the process, doing the assignments. And so you really want to make sure that they're getting a start on the responsibility now. Okay. So that was just a little plug. You don't have to listen to me, but that's what I've seen work over and over and over and over and over again. All right, cool. And then Alexis, I thought about Alexis. So she, if you're on YouTube, she has been commenting on YouTube. Hey, Alexis. I love Alexis. She always makes me smile. So Alexis, I'll just read what she said in her comments. So she said, I'm speaking from experience with my son being a senior last year and being totally clueless. She edits helped me. I started with the workshop. She said, my son is now attending LSU and we didn't pay a dime. He even got refund checks. She said, it requires work, but it can be done. All right. And then she said, he's also an out-of-state student at LSU. So cost of attendance is double. All right. Shout out Alexis and her son. They are awesome. But let me tell you one thing about Alexis and her son. He also put in the work. Okay. Alexis was a great support. She was there. She was keeping an eye on everything. But her son, he put in the work as well. And I know that for a fact. Alexis didn't do all the work. And like you said, or like she said, I didn't say it. You can go on YouTube and read her comments. She said he didn't pay a dime and he's getting refund checks. All right. So definitely make sure to make it a collaborative effort. Like that's where you're going to have the most success. All right. And she said she started with the workshop. All right. So I'm not just speaking out the side of my mouth. Hopefully, if you've been on here for a while with me, you know that I'm just like trying to just give you real knowledge and real tips. And I don't believe in just giving fluff and just, trying to make a quick buck. Like I really want to give you real knowledge. And I'm telling you, if you come to the workshop, like, oh, it's going to be so good. I love these workshops. I'm only hosting 2 more this year. So make sure to get on this one. I only got 2 more and then that's it for 2023. And so definitely, again, sheeditsllc.com or learn.sheeditsllc.com. And then you can register right from there. Yes, I love it. This is awesome. All right, cool. All right. So let's go to Facebook. Oh, good question. Okay, cool. So Damo. Hey, Damo. Damo said, not sure if this was asked already, but my daughter is a freshman in college. Is it too late to apply for scholarships for this semester? Good question. So this semester, there are probably not too many scholarships for your daughter. However, the spring semester is still it hasn't come yet, and so this is a great time right now for your daughter to be applying for those spring scholarships. So the fall scholarships, I mean, those are pretty much over with, but the spring scholarships are definitely open. And time is of the essence though, because we're in October and we only have the rest of October, November, and December to get a lot of those spring scholarships. So definitely make sure you're getting on that process ASAP. All right. Again, the workshop's in a couple weeks. And so that's like going to be the best place for you to start. And then you'll still have, because it's on the 26th, you'll still have like all of November and all of December to really start putting those steps into practice. Yeah, good question. Cool. I feel like I'm missing comments on Facebook because it's like showing some of the comments, but then like it keeps it doesn't delete them, but it won't won't refresh them. So they keep getting pushed down. So if I don't answer your question on Facebook, re-ask it and it'll pop back up to the top of the feed. Good question. Okay, cool. Let's see what we have on Instagram. Okay, no new questions on Instagram. Let's go over to YouTube. All right, cool. Love it. All right, so somebody said, Key Bond or K Bond, how you doing? If the scholarship doesn't cover the full amount, what should I do? Oh, y'all need to remind me, take my sips of water. Let me know. If y'all don't see me taking a sip of water, put it in the comments. Like, girl, drink your water. I'm telling you, I'm terrible at it. We gonna get better. Help me out, y'all. Help me out. That's the one thing I asked. The two things I asked for tonight. Help me drink my water. So I said I'm gonna take a sip before I answer every question. So help me. And then just share this video, share this live. Tag somebody in it. That's all I ask. That's all I want in return. All right, cool. So somebody asked, so let's go back to this one. If the scholarship doesn't cover the full amount, what should I do? Good question. So when I got my initial scholarship as a high school senior, it covered most of my expenses, but one, it was a tuition only scholarship. So like parking at my school was like hundreds of dollars, and it didn't cover fees and books. It was like just a really straight tuition scholarship. So mine wasn't fully covered at first. So what I did was I kept on applying for scholarships. So even if students get full tuition scholarships or even full ride scholarships, they should still be applying, because then that's when those refund checks will kick in. And students often forget that they have to still live while they're on campus. Like, you still have to eat, you still have to get your hair done. Don't mind my hair is coming out tomorrow, because y'all know when you get to the end of a hairstyle and you just trying to by your chinny chin chin to make it still look halfway decent, that's where I am. Side note, when you're in college, you still got to get your hair done, you still have to eat, you still got to put gas in your car, you still have to do laundry, you still have to do all the things. And so if you don't, even if you get a full ride, keep on applying for scholarships to start getting those refund checks to then pay for those life expenses. And then if you don't get enough at first, that's okay. Some of you may have caught it when I said it earlier, but I got the majority of my money when I was already a college student. So I got only 2 scholarships as a high school senior because I didn't really know what I was doing, and I got a late start on the process. Like, we were trying to figure it out on our own, my mom and I, and we got a really good head start, but I still didn't really have it figured out. So I got only 2 scholarships as a high school senior. And then when I became an undergrad student and I really locked in to the process, I really got my strategy down. That's when the money started coming in. And so by the time I graduated from that school, that's when I had gotten everything paid for plus some, but it wasn't as a high school senior. Like, if I had stopped applying for scholarships as a high school senior, there are things I definitely would have had to pay for out of pocket, or gotten loans for, which I wasn't going to do. But because I kept on applying for scholarships, even though I didn't have enough at first, that's how I was able to end up graduating debt free. Y'all, I got my last scholarship on graduation day. So the day I walked across the stage, got my degree, and graduated is the day I also got my final scholarship, which was a scholarship to help me start up my classroom. And so when I say I applied for scholarships to the very end, like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, the last day of school in college, I got a scholarship. And so keep on applying, keep on applying. Thank you. Somebody put the water emoji. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. She said I look awesome. I appreciate that, because I'm telling you, this is coming out tomorrow. All right. If you see me go live or something tomorrow, it's going to look real different. Love it. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. So Ruth said, how much is it to join your workshop? Good question, Ruth. So it is just a minimal fee of $25. That's it, y'all. That's it. Literally $25. That's it. All right. And I keep it so affordable because I don't want to overwhelm you and stress you out by the cost. And we offer Afterpay and what's the other one? Afterpay and Klarna. Yeah, Afterpay and Klarna. So even if the $25 is a stretch right now, you can Afterpay it and break it up into 4 payments, because I'm not trying to break the bank. I want to give you the knowledge to graduate debt-free without having to pay a whole bunch of money up front to get the knowledge. So it's just $25. And then With that, you get the full 2-hour workshop. It's on Zoom. So it's unlike this one because you'll be able to ask your questions, like unmute. I'll be able to see your face. I do a ton of screen sharing and live examples and things on that workshop. So it's not just me straight talking like this the whole time. It's just it's very visually appealing as well. There is a chance, just like tonight, to answer or to get all of your questions answered. There's a worksheet that comes along with the workshop with a ton of links on it. And so you'll be able to start using those links right away. And I've had people take the workshop and literally win thousands of dollars from the workshop alone. Like, hopefully you all see that. Again, I'm trying to give y'all real value tonight. And so with the workshop, because I do give my full 3-step scholarship strategy, and I also give 4 other ways to either earn or save money for college in very concrete steps. I've had people report back that they have won, literally, I've got thousands of dollars, from the workshop, and the information they learned there. So $25, that's it. Again, we have Afterpay and Klarna as well. My goal is not to break your bank. My husband went to Chipotle, what's today, Thursday, yesterday, and it was $24 for 2 bowls. Like, they went up, and I'm like, literally, for the cost of 2 Chipotle bowls, right, you're going to get thousands of dollars worth of scholarship knowledge. And that's not an exaggeration. Like, literally, usually the minimal scholarship is $1,000. And so if you win just one scholarship with the information that you learned, you'll make back your money, whatever, however many times that is. I ain't great at math, but lots more. All right. So I know that was the long answer to your question, but yeah, just $25. And then it is just learn.sheeditsllc.com, or just go to our website, sheeditsllc.com, click workshop. This is the first little button at the top, and you'll be able to join from there. Good question. Cool. All right, Eric. Thank you. Yeah, Eric, I see the comments are coming in, but it's just not I think because it's live, it's just keeps moving them to the bottom, and then it won't let me see all the comments till I'm done being live. It's doing what it wants to do. And then I usually would be looking on my phone, Eric, at the comments from Facebook, but since I'm live on Instagram, I haven't forgotten about you on Instagram, because I'm live on Instagram too. Then my phone's preoccupied, but I appreciate it. Thank you for the help. Good question. All right, cool. Let's see what else y'all got. Let's see. Stony, what date is the workshop? It's Thursday, October 26th. So 2 weeks from today exactly. So it's at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then it lasts about a couple hours. It's kind of long, but it's worth it. And I do break it up with Q&A sessions in between. But it's so worth it. And just prepare for it, just block off a couple hours. But yeah, not next Thursday, but 2 Thursdays from today, October 26th. Good question. All right, let's see what Sketchy Peeper said. So she said, when it comes to applying for colleges early, won't you need your high school diploma in applying to those? But you're still in the process of senior year. Good question. I'm probably overthinking this. No, you're not overthinking it. Nope. So if you are applying for colleges early, which is now, August, September, October, then they, of course, won't have the full picture of your senior year. But if you've gotten through, or your student has gotten through most of high school at that point, so they'll be able to look at their freshman transcripts, their sophomore and their junior transcripts, and then they will be keeping an eye on those senior grades too. So they may go ahead and accept you to the school before senior year is over, but that doesn't mean that your seniors should start getting lazy or stop making good grades, because it may be a contingent acceptance where, as long as you maintain this GPA, then you can be enrolled in our school. Yeah, that's a really, really great question. I'm glad you asked that. So yeah, they'll look at all the transcript and all the grades and the SAT scores and the other things they've done, even if senior year isn't completed. Yeah, you're not overthinking it. It's okay. That's why we're here. No dumb questions. Okay. That's exactly why I'm here. All right, cool. Shantae. So yeah, for the workshop, can we invite guests? I want my daughter to join, but she's out of state on campus. Yeah. If the workshop, the Zoom link, I just ask that you just share it with people who are your children, who are like, children or parents in your household. And then you can share the link with any other family members or friends or your social network. But yeah, you can definitely share the link with your daughter if that's no problem at all. Good question. So I am 9:27 my time. All right, cool. So I'll stay on here for a few more minutes and I'll answer a few more questions. All right. But I definitely hope to see you all on the workshop because I'll be answering tons and tons of questions on there too. All right, let's see what else y'all got. Let's see. Anybody else on Instagram? Sorry, I keep doing this. Where can I pay for the class? Good question. So that is going to be learn.sheeditsllc.com or my website, sheeditsllc.com. You'll be able to register for it. And if you want any of the bonuses when you register, you'll be able to add those as well. But yep, learn.sheeditsllc.com or sheeditsllc.com. Yes, I love these. I love these. Y'all like reminded me to drink my water. Oh, I just saw the water emoji again. I scrolled back up and it reminded me. Thank you, Key or K. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what else we have. Yay, Rosalind said she's looking forward to the workshop. Whoop, whoop. All right, Rosalind, I'm gonna remember your name and I'll give you a shout out when I see you on the workshop. I'm looking forward to you being on there too. Okay, all right, let me go back to this page. Have I not been looking at comments? Oh, okay, here we go. All right, cool. So let me look at these comments. Again, if you're on Facebook and you asked a question that I have not answered yet, re-ask that question because Facebook is acting weird with my comments. So just re-ask it and I will be able to answer that. All right. All right, cool. Let's see. Yeah, super affordable. I'm trying, Misty. I'm trying to break the bank. I want y'all to win. I'm not trying to get a bunch of thousands of dollars, but we still got to keep a roof over our heads. I got an amazing team, they don't work for free. So, but I'm definitely trying to just keep it affordable for you. I get you guys. Thank you for sharing it. I appreciate it. Divine Pen. Thank you, girl. Thank you. All right, let's see who else we got. Did I miss this? No, I think I answered that one. Can't find scholarships that will cover. Please help. Just there. What if your child graduated in the year 2022? I think I answered that one about current college students. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, my phone is turned horizontally. All right, let me go back to YouTube. Christina, do you have knowledge about midwifery scholarships? Thank you for re-asking that, Christina. These comments are getting lost. Here we go. I see your comment. I scroll back up. Apologize, Christina. I'm not trying to ignore you, girl. All right. Hello, trying to obtain full scholarships for my midwifery program. Good question, Christina. So let me ask you, Christina, because I know you're live on here. Are you currently in the midwifery program or have you? Thank you, Jessica. Are you currently in the midwifery program or are you planning to enroll here in the future? Let me know. And then again, that'll help me answer your question more accurately. While she's typing that, let me tell you about Jessica real quick. Let me shout out my team. I didn't even know Jessica was on here. She done popped on. So Jessica, she's so humble, but Jessica, she's our head coach here at She Edits, and she got 2 degrees debt-free. So not only did she get her undergrad completely debt-free, she got her graduate degree completely debt-free as well. And so Jessica and I connected on Facebook 3 years ago. And again, I be recruiting people. I'm like, oh, you also graduated debt-free? Because I don't hear that very often. And so I'm like, you want to come, over on the She Edit side? So she's great. Jessica, she has a lot of knowledge for the grad students. So if you do decide to work with us even after the workshop, because we do have a full ongoing program that provides tons of ongoing assistance, she is a great resource for graduate school funding because she's been through it, graduated from grad school debt-free. And so shout out to Jessica. All right. Again, if you want to join our full program, you can go on our website and learn more about that too. And then you'll get access to our full team as well. All right, let me go back over to Christina. Cool. All right, so you said yes, classes start January 8th, already enrolled. Awesome, Christina. So what I would do is first, check with your program or your institution to see what scholarships they may offer or what funding they may offer. So let me know, Christina, are you doing it through a college or is it a certification program? But either way, check to see what scholarships they offer. What you could also do, Christina, is if they have offered you a certain amount of money already, but it may not be what you need, like you might need more in order to be able to afford to go there, you can always appeal. And this is something I talk about extensively on the workshop, and anybody who joins the workshop will also get our appeal letter template. This is something that Jessica was huge on when she was going to school as well. But appealing is essentially when you are going to ask the college or ask the program for more than what they originally offered you. And so the worst these institutions and programs can say is no. They have what's called professional judgment oftentimes, and that's where what it sounds like they can use their professional judgment to decide if they want to give you more money. And so there is an art to appealing, there's a strategy to appealing, but essentially it's just asking the college for more money or asking the program for more money. And so if you want to learn how to appeal, that's one of the 4 other ways I talk about graduating debt-free in the workshop. So definitely join. And again, anybody who joins the workshop gets our full template, which is just is great because you can just like plug in your information and then shoot it off. Christina said, already enrolled, I've already applied. It was just for 1 semester. I definitely need more because I'm a new student and not a returning student. Yep. So yeah, start with your institution and then also appeal. And then you could also look for outside midwifery scholarships as well. So like I said, on the workshop, I talk about how to take your specific program or your specific interest or your specific major and how to start using those terms on Google or other websites that we like to find scholarships. And so I'll definitely break that method down too. And so if you join, then I can, I'll break that down and help you find like, or anybody, not just midwifery, but anybody who has a specific interest or program or major, helping you find those scholarships in the vast world of Google, because I know it's so much out there, so many opportunities out there. All right, cool. So I'm going, and Jessica, thank you, Jessica. So Jessica, I'm telling y'all, like, she's awesome. So she's been commenting over here on YouTube or on Facebook rather, about midwifery scholarships. So I'm gonna paste these comments to YouTube. I'm telling y'all, like, we're really here to help you here at She Edits. Like, I'm serious. It's not just like us trying to just make some money. Like, we really want to help y'all. All right, so Jessica on Facebook said, Christina, look for professional scholarships for master's students. There are several at the federal level that require you to commit service for X amount of time in exchange for funding. There are also some small scholarships for midwifery. And then Jessica said, look for the Lizzie Bell Scholarship for midwifery. So I'm going to paste that comment. This is from Jessica. And I'm gonna put that in YouTube. I love this teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work. All right. And then she also said, look for the Lizzie Bell Scholarship for midwifery. So I'm gonna put that in there too for you, Christina. Boom. There you go. Thank you, Jessica. See, she be having my back. All right, cool. So I'm gonna answer. What time is it? Ooh, I've been on here talking for a long time. Need to catch my breath. So I have been on here for about 1 hour and 8 minutes. So I'm going to answer 2 more questions and then I'm going to hop off. But before I answer those 2 final questions, and I'm going to check on Instagram too, see if there's any more that came through. Cool. Sorry, Miss. So somebody said, thanks for the work you do. I appreciate it. You're welcome. I'm happy to do it. I missed the majority of the presentation, but thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. This is my first time seeing your work. Very informative. You're welcome. You guys are welcome. So Before I hop off here, like I said, I'll answer a couple more questions. So get your first two people to submit a question. We'll get theirs answered. But as you guys are asking your final questions, first of all, thank you for being on here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tagging. Thank you for joining this very, very, very impromptu session, y'all. I want to just give a plug for the workshop one more time, because that's where I always recommend people start. Again, I'm only hosting 2 more this year. That's it. Like, there are going to be no more workshops until 2024. And so definitely join this one. I definitely recommend joining the October workshop, because the longer you wait, the more scholarship applications are closing, the more you're leaving on the table. For seniors, a lot of those full ride scholarships, a lot of those huge external scholarships even close very early in senior year. So if you're waiting until later and later in your senior year to try to win scholarships, yes, there's money out there. But all of you who are watching this live, especially those parents of seniors or caregivers of seniors, you all are in a great spot, because a lot of those applications, those big ones, are still open. But again, if you are waiting till November, December, January, February, March, April to try to apply for scholarships, you're just leaving money on the table. So I highly recommend getting in on the workshop in the next couple of weeks. Again, it's 2 weeks from tonight, October 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right. It will last for a couple hours. I will be breaking down my entire 3-step scholarship strategy. So the exact strategy that I use to graduate completely debt-free and also get refund checks. I've taken that whole thing and I've broken it down into 3 very simple, straightforward steps. Y'all saw on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and read Alexis's comment. She started with a workshop. I want to say it was like last October or November. And now she said her son is to the point where he's getting refund checks. Like, he goes to LSU. She said it was out of state, so it was double the tuition. And Alexis and her son, they worked, y'all. They got it on the workshop. They put in the work, and now he's a freshman at LSU, getting refund checks. And that was just over the course of like a year. So definitely join the workshop. I'll also be breaking down 4 other ways to either earn or save money for college. So it's going to be really great. It's not just me like on here rambling like I was tonight. It's actually like a very organized workshop. I have lots of very visually appealing slides. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll get a worksheet full of resources that you can take home with you, or it's on Zoom so that you can download. And then when you opt in, there are also other like bonuses you can get when you opt in, and you can get immediate access to those. So I would love to see every single one of you on the workshop. That is going to be sheeditsllc.com or learn.sheeditsllc.com, and then you'll be able to register for the workshop from there. All right, cool. So let me answer 2 more questions. Somebody asked, will this replay? So yeah, I'm not going to delete this live. So if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, wherever, you can go back and watch it. That's totally fine. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to delete this. All right, cool. So last 2 questions of the night. All right. So Rosalind asked, does your student have to okay, yep. Does your student have to have an acceptance before applying for scholarships? No, they do not have to have the acceptance 100% of the time. So some scholarship applications do want you to be accepted to colleges, and then some of them just want to know that you are college bound, and they won't release the money to you until you've been accepted and enrolled in a school. But not all of them require that you have been actually accepted into colleges yet. So it just depends on the scholarship. But again, they're not going to release the money until you're accepted and enrolled. Great question. Awesome. I love it. And then somebody said, ooh, this is a good question. Okay, 2 more. So Key's last question, and then Rakisha's, and then we'll be done. All right. So Key and Rakisha, y'all had them fast fingers. Y'all got in. All right, cool. So Key said, what advice would you suggest for parents? So I'm going to refer you to some interviews that I have done. So I have 3 amazing interviews that I highly recommend that parents watch, and they're all on our YouTube channel. So everybody go right now, get my little subscribers up, or get, follow She Edits LLC on YouTube and go through our channel. I've done 3 interviews and they speak to parents so well. I'm a parent as well, but I have little kids. Like my kids are 3 and 2. And so like they're not going through the college process. But I was like, let me interview other parents who have kids who have like are grown and who have gone through college, who have gotten scholarships, who have graduated debt free, to see what they recommend. And so one interview I did was with Oshia Boyd. Her name is spelled Oseye. Boyd. So again, just if you go on YouTube, type in She Edits Oshia Boyd, Oseye, and she did such an amazing job at just speaking to what she recommends parents do for this process. Second interview I did was with my mom. I was like, hey, mom, like we went through this process together. I was able to come out debt free. What did you do? I know what I did. How did you make it happen? Right. So her name is Michelle Starks. So again, just go on our channel, look for the interview with Michelle Starks, just the normal spelling of Michelle. And that was a really fun interview because it was my mom. And then the other one was with Adriana Gibbs Brown. So after we did that interview, that's when I was like, you want to come work for us? Because she was awesome. So type in She Edits Adriana Gibbs Brown. Her name is Adrienna. And she does a great job. Her son won, I think it was 1.2 or $1.6 million in scholarships. Her oldest son graduated debt free. Her younger son is currently in school and he got over $1 million in scholarships. And so she's also one of our coaches. She's awesome. She did the thing. And so watch those 3 interviews. They will break it all the way down for you. Yeah, I love them. Like those were some of our best like our best watch interviews, because again, they're speaking directly to parents. That was a very long answer. I'm long-winded, y'all. I'm sorry. All right, cool. And then Rakisha, how do we connect directly? We have attended the workshop. We need more assistance. Yes, Rakisha. So just shoot us an inbox or an email at info@sheeditsllc.com. We check our email every weekday, every business day. So info @sheeditsllc.com. Shoot us an email, and that's for everybody. The best way to get in contact with us is via email. Our DMs get so overwhelmed and so backed up. Like we have Instagram DMs, and then we have Facebook DMs, and then we have just DMs like from all over the place. And so make sure to just email us. That is going to get you the quickest response and the most thorough response. Like I've kind of given up on my personal DMs because they just get so backed up. So email us. And then you can also check out our full program on our website. So if you go on sheeditsllc.com, the first little button at the top is for the workshop. The second one that says services has a tab called Scholarship Success Simplified, and that is where it'll break down our full ongoing program that you can register for immediately and get that ongoing assistance from. So again, go to our website, click Scholarship Success Simplified under services, and then you can read and enroll for, like tonight if you wanted to, you can enroll for our full program to get our full range of services. Yes, you're welcome. My daughter's a freshman in college. I have to take out a loan. Yep, go on. If you already taken the workshop, you ready for the next steps? Come on, Scholarship Success Simplified. You can get immediate access to the full program. Somebody asked what the other cost was, and that's what it's for. If you go on there, you can read all about it. I had somebody enrolled today we were talking to, and she just went ahead and did it. And you'll get immediate access to all of our full 100%, like all of our services and all of those. So yeah, I'm so glad y'all came on tonight. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Dr. Jones, oh my goodness, I didn't even see you comment on here. Dr. Stephen Jones, I just did an interview with him a few weeks ago. That's when my live decided it wasn't going to go live that night. So it was a struggle getting it, and it was such valuable information. Y'all, go back and watch the interview on YouTube with Dr. Stephen Jones. He is an absolutely incredible resource. He has he's an author. He's written books on college and scholarships. He sent me some. They're so awesome. Dr. Jones, I have looked through the books. They're great. And so he is an author. He's a speaker. He works at a college. He just does a lot of college access work. And so watch that interview. And then he also has a podcast. And so I was able to be interviewed on his podcast as well. And so definitely check out Dr. Stephen Jones, watch the interview, and then you'll get the links to all his books and his podcast and everything else. Again, go on YouTube. All of our long form stuff is on YouTube. Yes, thank you, Dr. Jones. I appreciate it. Again, follow Adriana or join Adriana's Facebook group. That's Ask Knowledge. Join the workshop in a couple weeks. We would love to have you all. You're welcome, everybody. If I didn't get your question answered, email us or just join the workshop because I answer a lot of live questions on that too. But you all have a blessed night in Jesus' name. Again, I'm sorry if I didn't answer every single question. Definitely just hit us up, join the workshop, and you'll be able to get your question answered. All right, awesome. I think that's everything. So I'm going to go ahead and log off. I'm going to stop my talking, and you all have a blessed night in Jesus' name. Bye Instagram, bye YouTube, bye Facebook. I'm so glad it worked tonight. God is good. Whew, God is good. All right, y'all. You have a blessed night, and I will talk to you all soon. Let me go ahead and log off of here first. All right, cool. Let me log off of here. And I will see y'all later. Bye.